Let them speak. Halloween. Speak or treat special. Please repeat or answer. Is that ever a scary book? How does it look like he feels? He must be scared to death. Can you tell if someone else has already read that book? Is it something that you have read? Wasn't it written before you were born? Have any of the friends you know suggested that you read it? Do you wish you had the time to read it? Isn't it too frightening for you to read? Would you ever begin reading it if there was no one else in the house? Did they make a movie out of that book that he's reading? Have you ever had the chance to see that movie? What is the scariest movie that you've ever seen? Do you remember who you saw it with? Do you end up screaming whenever there is a scary part that comes out in a movie? Do most of the people you know just cover their eyes when those frightening scenes come out? Do you find it hard to read scary books at night after everyone has gone to sleep? Does it seem like he's just begun reading that book? How long do you think it will take him to finish reading it? I bet that he won't be able to go to sleep at night right after reading it. If his mother knew he was reading it, would she take it away from him? I doubt if she is aware of him reading it. If you noticed your little brother or sister reading it, what would you do? What is it that she's trying to do? Is she scaring the girl that's wearing the hat? Don't you wish you could have gone to their Halloween party? Is she pretending to bite her so that she can get some blood? Is she screaming at the same time she's pretending to bite her neck? Do they seem to be having a lot of fun playing like how you see them doing it there? Would you pretend to be scared if you saw them doing this? Do you ever wonder whether there are real vampires that are around? I bet if those two girls watch a movie that had vampires in it, that they would both end up screaming. Don't you like the way the girl that's wearing the hat has made up her face? Did they ever do it well? Did you find out that she used her mother's makeup? Don't you like the fact that they put those fake jewels on her face? Is that something that you have ever done to make yourself look beautiful? Her mother must have helped her to do that. How do you like the red hair that one girl has? Do you know any girls that have real red hair? Would you be willing to dye your hair red? Are you thinking of dressing up like any of those girls next Halloween? Is that the only way that child can let people know she is there? If you saw her doing this, would you call the police? She must have a good time trying to scare people like this. Can you hear her screaming every once in a while? Does she scream at whoever comes near where she is? Can you tell how old she is just by looking at her hands? What is it that they use that hole in the door usually for? Could she see anyone outside if she held it open? Do you have one of these on the front door you have at your house? Does she put her hands out the mail slot as soon as she sees people coming near the door? Would you scream if she happened to do this and try surprising you? How do you like those things she stuck on the end of her fingers? How is it that she can see people coming when people come up to the door? Wouldn't you be more frightened if she did this to you at night? Would you probably wind up jumping back so that she couldn't touch you? When was the last time you saw a door that was painted red like that? What a scary costume. Did it take him a lot of time to put all that on? How much do you think he paid for it when he bought it? Did you get to ask him where he went to buy it? Did he say it was sold at a store near the place he lives? Did he tell you that this is something that he'll be keeping for next Halloween too? Is there any way that you could make that costume yourself? I imagine that the moment people see him coming, they begin running the other way. There is no way that I would just keep standing there. I don't care if he is fake or not, I would run. Is what he's holding something dangerous? Does the person wearing that mask have difficulty seeing outside the mask? What about being able to drink something? Do people dressed up this way have a good time scaring other people? How many chimneys does that house appear to have? Are you able to see all of the chimneys the house has? Do some of them appear to almost be falling down? Did you notice whether they are using any of them? How can you tell they're in the middle of using one of them? Wouldn't it take a lot of wood to burn fires in all of those fireplaces? Do they need all those fireplaces so they can heat the house? Would they have difficulty heating a house as big as the one you see there? Wouldn't it be fun to just stay there one night if the owner asked you to stay for the evening? Would you ask them if you could stay on the top floor if you had the chance to sleep there? Would you probably wind up locking your room right before going to bed? Would you be afraid to sleep in your room alone there? What would you do if you started to hear strange voices at night? Are you used to hearing strange sounds while you try going to sleep? If you heard the noises coming closer, would you pull the cover over your head? If you had the money, wouldn't you like to buy that place so that you could live there? Would you be surprised if people said that they have seen ghosts in that house? There is no way that I would ever either stay or live there. Have you got any idea how long it had been snowing there? Did she say she picked up the mirror right before she got to the door? Can you tell if it's a man or a woman looking in the mirror? Is there enough light in order to see well? Have you got any idea how it is that it got broken? Doesn't she have to be careful so that she doesn't cut her fingers? Should she put it down before she hurts herself? Did you see where she picked up the broken mirror? Does it look like the mirror is bigger than her hand? Do you know if there's anything wrong with the place she's going to? Have you figured out why there was a broken mirror that she found there? Did she say she's interested in finding out how it got broken? Did she tell you that it is something she plans on keeping? Which one of the costumes do you find to be the best? Doesn't the girl sitting on the left have anything to do? Doesn't she seem to be bored? How come she doesn't ask the teacher to help her do it? Isn't she ready to use the spoon she has in her hand to cut the pumpkin? Doesn't she have any place to put the pumpkin so that she can take the seeds out? Have you got any clue what she's daydreaming about? Did you ask her what she wishes she could be doing instead of doing that? How come she's not helping the other girl sitting next to her do something? Isn't the girl sitting on her left trying to show her how to do things? Is the fact that her friend doesn't seem interested in doing it make her feel sad? Are they going to eat the pumpkin they're cutting up? Did they tell you that they decided to have some for their break in about 10 minutes? Will their teacher let them do that? Could you eat it without cooking it? Do they use the spoons they have in their hands to get rid of the seeds? Is there anyone standing around them that will help to show them what to do? I doubt if they'll be able to finish doing it by themselves. Will the teacher get them to take it home to show their parents? Is this how these guys spend Halloween with their friends? Don't both of the singers look like they're about to have a heart attack while singing? Were you able to figure out if they're singing a love song or not? What do they seem so mad for? Is that the type of music you would probably enjoy listening to? If you could choose, wouldn't you prefer listening to a dance band? Is the guy standing on the left holding the mic a part of the band or someone that just came up from the crowd? Do they let anyone that just wants to sing come up to sing? Is this the type of karaoke that you're used to seeing? Once they finish singing this song, are you going to ask them to share the mic with you? Have you got any place where you can just sit and have fun listening to the band? If they asked you what you would like to hear, what song would you ask them to play? How long has it been since you had the opportunity to go to hear live music? Isn't it better than just watching a DJ spin some records? Does he ever look awful? He looks so creepy, I have a hard time looking at him for long. Did whoever did his makeup do a good job? Do you think they spent a lot of time putting on the makeup? Does the way he came out in the photo make you feel a little uncomfortable when you see him? Do you know anyone who looks the same as him? What would his mother say if she were to see him now? He must only do this on Halloween. It's a good thing it's only fake blood. Did you ask him how long it's been since he had a good day? Is there any way that you can help him to feel a bit better? If he asked you to have a dance with him, what would you do? Have you ever been to a cemetery that looks something like this? Is it somewhere you'd like to be buried? Are the people buried there rich? Who seems to have the best place to be buried? Don't the stones laying on top of the graves in the front seem to be really heavy? How can you tell they must be heavy? Were those buildings made before the people actually died so that they would know where they would be buried? Which one of these places do you wish you were buried? Where do you suppose the guy who was the richest was buried? What happens if they run out of room in the cemetery? Do they decide to dig up the people who have already been buried so that they can use that space? Do they bury the people who are in the tall buildings standing straight up? Would you ever go here in the middle of the night alone if someone dared you to do it? I would never go there alone at night, even if they paid me to do it. It is so creepy even during the day that I could never go there at night. Is that the kid that opened the casket? Did he tell you that it was opened when he got to where he is now? Did he tell you that he was so shocked that he wasn't able to even move? Isn't he going to be telling any of the other people that are sitting around there? Shouldn't he have done that as soon as he saw what he's looking at now? Should he try to close the casket? Would people come to check it out right away if he told them what he saw? Do bodies that are in caskets usually look like the way you see there? I wonder if he's going to try to touch the skeleton laying in the casket. Has the child standing there been able to figure out why the body looks like that? I bet that that's the strangest thing that he's ever seen. If you were there, would you have closed the casket he's staring in right away? Do you have any idea who else has seen what he's looking at? Have you ever been to a place where you've seen a casket that was open? What was it like? Doesn't it look like they're having some type of party on the other side of where he is? Would you be able to eat right after you saw what he's looking at? Would you ever be interested in buying a car like the one you see there? Would you have been able to put together what you see there? It must have taken a lot of time to make that. Is it something that you would have an easy time making? What is it that they used to wrap around the figures attached to the fence? Did you find out who it was that did this? Would you like them to show you how to make that? If you had a lot of money, would you have someone else put it together for you? How much time did they tell you they spent putting what they have there all together? Is it something they plan on using again next year when Halloween comes around? Is Halloween one of the best holidays that children look forward to celebrating every year? Does that ever look evil? Is that something that could bite you? If you saw one in the attic of the house you live in, what would you do? Are bats like that something that you've seen flying around where you live? Don't bats just end up eating mostly insects? Do you know of any bats that have yellow eyes and big teeth like that? Why is it that most people are afraid of bats, even though they mostly just eat insects? Even though I know they won't hurt me, there is no way that I would ever go near to them. All I would do is run away if I happened to see any bats. Would you live wherever you could see bats flying around? Would you be willing to go into a cave if someone told you there were bats in there? Are bats something that you would be able to see in the winter? Would there be anything they could eat during the winter? Do you see anything sweet there that you would be interested in eating? What do you see that's in the bucket that you would eat first? How many M&Ms come in one of the packages that are in the bucket? What is it that you used to use to put candy in while you were trick or treating? Isn't candy what kids look forward to getting the most on Halloween? Do kids go from house to house so that they can get lots of candy? Would you ever go around alone on Halloween at night to get candy? Do they let little kids go trick or treating in the dark if there are no adults going around with them? If your kid was 7 years old, would you let them go out on Halloween by themselves? Do kids go out to trick or treat no matter how bad the weather is outside? What happens if it starts raining? If the weather were really bad, would they let the kids go out on November the 1st instead? What is the best thing you ever got when you went trick or treating on Halloween? What all do you do with the leftover candy that you got on Halloween? Is it something that you tend to share with others, or do you save it so that you can eat it later? If you got too much candy, would it be worthwhile freezing some of it? Don't you love the people who give full-size candy bars when you go to their house? Do some kids ever get sick because they wind up eating too much of the candy they collected? I hope you have a happy Halloween.